Alrighty, so this is part what 6 or so of it, and we're actually starting to near the end of this. I'm not going to play a full game just by myself. It take a real long time. This game does take a bit to play. I have recorded a few of these videos trying to get the best I can, and I was trying to shove too much into one single video. It was taking way too long. It just, I mean, yeah, these are separated in parts. Some of these parts are a little longer, but I feel like I can get more of the video, or sorry, more of the rules in by having them in separate parts. Anyways, for one of these, I was trying to do the whole trying to battle a monster and explain it as it goes. It took a long time, mostly because I didn't have a sub weapon or like any hearts. But the very last thing is as you go through all the different areas, and again, I'm not really showing any of these off. Again, this table will be completely covered. I think there's like 96 castable tiles in total. When you finally get to Count Dracula and Dracula's throne room here, dun 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 dun, dun, and here's the coffin, here's the throne here. Anyways, in fact, I should see if I can find something else here. Bear with me. Oh, you can have some? Here we go. This is what I'm looking for here. Give me 1 second, and then right before. Oh, okay, guys. So right before you get to Dracula, you have this giant staircase that leads into his chamber, into his throne room. So anyway, once you fight Dracula, once you beat him, then you have to escape out of the castle. Now, in a Castlevania game, you never have to actually escape out of the castle. It just always shows you on like in the forest or on top of a mountain as the castle falls. Well, that's not how this game works, baby. In this game, you have to escape out of the castle. So, with that being said, once that happens, all the monsters are cleared off. You don't roll the encounter die, and you have to make your way back to the start here. And every tile that you land on, you have to make a successful movement die. Where's my other movement? Here it is. And you have to succeed on at least 2. And so that would have been a miss. And if you don't get it, then you take two points of damage, and you have to keep trying again until you get it. If there's a trap in your way, then you follow the amount of movement that you need to avoid the trap. And so what it's supposed to be going on is that the castle is falling in on you. You're trying to dodge rocks, trying to dodge the ceiling from falling in, all that fun stuff. So you're trying to dodge everything for it. And so that's what happens at the very end of the game. Again, each tile, I mean, let's say you're here, you have to roll 1 here, get 2, and this one, because it's only, oh, you can't even see, sorry. So get 2. In this case, because it's only 1, you don't have to deal with 1. So you have to escape out of the castle. There is a time limit. As of now, I have it as a 7-minute in real time limit, so you have to kind of hurry up. Now, again, one of the nice things here is I can adjust that rule anytime that I want to. But as of now, I'm thinking that 7 minutes will be more than enough time, but you have to really keep on going and going until you get to the very end of the castle. So yeah, I'm trying to think here. Anything else I can squeeze out? I will do another video that kind of goes more into detail of what all these monster cards are, and all the different monsters you can fight, what the random encounter cards are. Bear with me here. Just look at some of this stuff. I talked about status ailments, talked about traps and obstacles, which are these tiles here. Comes to Dracula, he has 20 hit points. I talked about that. Which order you fight the bosses in. Oh, your sub weapons cannot be upgraded. And I'll talk more about this, I think, in a video after this. But your sub weapons cannot be upgraded. Actually, no. I will talk about it now. I don't want to make it a separate one. If I had to do more an expansion set to this game, I would do double and triple shot, but the thing is the only way I would do a double and triple shot is that the item just as an additional, or the sub weapon just as an additional +2 and a +3, because sub weapons are so powerful already that I would hate for you to roll your sub weapon of a D6 and it's now doing 3d6 points of damage to a monster. Oh, speaking of a sub weapon, bosses only take half damage against a sub weapon with a minimum of at least 1 point of damage. So if you're fighting, death here, and you did roll your sub weapon and you got a 6 on it, well, death is only taking 3 points. So gaining levels, I talked about those. Oh, also, if I were to do an expansion set. Okay, guys, I'm almost done. If I were to do an expansion set, I'd probably try to add in the item crash, and that would probably be use X amount of more hearts, and then the amount that your sub weapon does is doubled. That's probably how I would do it. I don't have any plans to add in any Alucard, Shinoa, Soma. I don't hate these characters. They're just not my favorite. The series to me has always been Belmont versus Dracula and his forces. Alucard, Soma, Shinoa, they're supporting characters to the Belmont as the main character. So I don't have any interest of adding anyone else. If I did, it would be Castlevania 3 characters, just to kind of spice things up. And plus I have the art for it I can use. But again, I don't have any option, or not option. I don't have any plans for it. Bear with me here. Okay, we're talking about monster special attacks. Different. Again, I'm not going super detailed into each of the sub weapons here. They're kind of exactly just a quick bit. The daggers do 1d4. Holy Water does 1d6. The crosses do 2d8, or not 2d8. Sorry, 2d4, and it's supposed to be one hit on the first, and then since the crosses in the game fly back to you, then it's a second hit. So 1d4 on one hit, 1d4 on the other hit. The Bible does 1d10, the axe does 1d12, and then the stopwatch will freeze a monster for 1d4 turns. The monster cannot attack, defend, or move, but a stopwatch takes 10 hearts to use, and so you only have X amount of times you can use your stopwatch. Let's see here. Just so you guys aren't just staring at the one thing. I explained how the attacking works. Again, if Belmont and the monster roll a miss, it's an automatic miss. If they roll a hit, it's a potential hit based off of if the monster is able to block it. If the monster is able to block it, then there's no damage done. If the monster is not able to block against it, then 1 point of damage is done. If Belmont gets his sub weapon icon, then he gets to use his sub weapon, but he takes hearts to use his sub weapon. And he doesn't have to use it if he doesn't have enough hearts. If he chooses not to use it, he doesn't have a sub weapon. There are several options here. In that case, it counts as a hit that can be blocked against. The monsters have their special attack option. They get a lesser chance to use it, but they don't require any hearts or magic to use it. But Belmont can resist or dodge it, while the monster cannot resist or dodge against a sub weapon. Hopefully you caught all of that. Let's see here. Blah 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 blah. And I'm sure there's probably things you're going, gee, Tommy, that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. What are you talking about here? Well, you can ask me in the comments. I'm sure I will be able to break it down for you. Being able to retreat, we talked about that. Having multiple turns, we talked about that a lot because it's an important aspect of the game. I'm just looking at my notes here. Monsters start showing up at certain intervals based off your victories, and Oh, there are some secret room tiles based off of encounters that you get. You can find some secret rooms. One of them requires, or one of them leads into a secret room that has a locked door. You have to find a key to get into that locked door. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that is it. Just, yeah, again, sorry, I'm just kind of going up here. Retreat, Belmont bag item. Yeah, I talked about that. Belmont stats, talked about that. The Belmont board, talked about that. So I think that is it. So the short version here is that you go through each of these rooms, rolling your encounter die, dodging traps, battling monsters, getting gold to increase your stats all the way up to Count Dracula. But you have to defeat Dracula's his five generals, his 5 thugs, whatever you want to say, and to get enough boss orbs to enter into the throne room and defeat Dracula, where then you have to rush out of the castle back to the start. So the game, based off of what you get, it could be a pretty long game, it could be a pretty short game. The castle tiles are totally randomized. It's totally based off of what your results are, what your rolls are. The higher that your levels are, the higher chances you have to dodge against certain things, the higher chances you have to deal damage. I will admit, when it comes to Belmont, he has a higher chance to dodge, defend, and attack than the monsters do, because it's him versus everybody else. And so a monster has 3 defend icons and 3 miss icons. Belmont has 4 defend icons and 2 miss icons. Again, it's Belmont versus everyone else. We gotta make the game a little bit fair here, a little bit fair. Goes all the way up to the very end. Again, I'm gonna do a different video here explaining, or not explaining, but showing kind of what each of these things are here. And I think that's it. If I were to do an expansion, it would be the item shots, which I think again would just be, if you have a level 2 item shot, your sub weapons are doing a +2. Your level 3, they're doing a +3 to it. So if you had holy water and say I got a 5, so +2 would be now 7, +3 would be now an 8. Or if you had a item crash, so holy water costs 3 hearts. So if you use 6 hearts or something, you could roll this d6 twice, which doesn't do too much more. But these are all just ideas that I'm playing with. I haven't made anything yet. I might actually make more of these cards and just have them be more hearts, because I think they're, I think the heart ratio to sub weapons and hearts there's like half sub weapons, half hearts, and so you want to have hearts. Oh, thank you so much. But beyond that, I think that's it. Please let me know if you have any questions. I know these videos are a little bit long. Oh, okay, look. There we go. I know these are a little bit long. There's a lot more monsters inside of the box itself. There's like 55 monsters. Nice. And I think I'm just rambling off, trying to think of anything I can think of. And yeah, so this is my board game of Castlevania. So thanks for watching. If you watched all of these, I hope you enjoyed. Please ask me any questions. I'm happy to answer. Thanks a bunch. Oh, and you want to say thanks?
Thanks.
There you go, my helper. See ya.